Hi everyone. Today we will discuss about arrays of object. In previous class we seen about how to create the objects and how to use arrays in member classes of class. How to use arrays in classes and how to create the object. We have used in previous class we discussed it. In this class we can discuss about arrays of object. Arrays of object means what? Suppose example, if you are going to write the one program based on students, it is based on student database. Suppose if you want to input one student information, in that case I have to create one object. If I want to create two students information, so we have to create two objects. How to create the objects already you know. Once class is created, you can create any number of objects. Okay, for one student we have to create one object. For another student again we have to create one more object. So while calling the member functions, for first object you have to call the both all member functions. For second function again you have to call the all member functions. Means how many objects you will use, that much times you have to call your member functions. How many objects you will use, that much member functions you have to call member functions. Means each object can call your all the member functions. Every object must and should call your all the member functions. So you can write like for one students, for two students. Suppose if you are having the n number of students, so in that case we have to define n number of objects and we have to call all the member functions for n number of times. It becomes difficult. Your program becomes more lengthier. It becomes a difficulty and as well as it becomes more lengthier. Instead of that, what we can do? We can use arrays in objects. Whenever you use arrays in objects, immediately your program becomes smaller. How it is? I will tell you now. See, an array having class type of elements is known as array objects. An array object is declared after the class definition and is defined in the same way as in any other array. See example, class employee. Employee is a class name, class is a keyword, employee is a class name. Then opening brace, char name 10. Char is a data type, name is a variable, 10 is the size of the array. Means you can input 10 characters for getting any student employee name. For inputting any employee name, you can use up to 10 characters. Int age. Int is a data type, age is a variable. These two, name and age, are called as a private data members. This name and age are called as a private data members. Then public, void get data, void display. This void get data and void display are called as a member functions. This void get data and display are called as a member function. This member function can work on member data. This member function can work upon your member data. So next is creation of object. So now see, employee is a class name, supervisor array size 3. Means what? Supervisor is an object, array size is a 3. Means in this program we can input 3 supervisors information, 3 supervisors name, 3 supervisors age. We can input it using this program. In this example we can input 3 supervisors information. It may be a employee name, supervisor name, it may be supervisor age. We have taken 2 variables only, name and age. So next, employee, again employee, it is a class name only. Sales executive is a object and array size is a 5. It means what? We can input 5 sales executives information. We can input 5 sales executives information. Array size is a 5. So in this class we can input 5 sales executives information. All the sales executives information means what? His name and his or her age. And last one, employee team leader array size 10. Again, employee is a object. Employee is a class name, team leader is a object, and size is a 10. It means what? Again, we can input 10 team leaders name and age. We can input 10 team leaders name and age. So this is what creating the objects with array. So in this program, see 3 supervisor, 5 sales executive, 10 team leaders. Means total 18 objects we are using here. Total 18 objects we are using. So if you will not use the arrays in object. If you will not use arrays in object, so in that case you have to define 18 times. You have to define objects 18 times, and you have to call that member functions void get data and display for 18 times. You have to call that member data and member function for 18 times. So it becomes your program lengthier. While using these 3 objects, we can call your member functions 3 times. One for a supervisor, another one for a sales executive, and one for a team leader. Whenever you will call the supervisors, that 3 supervisors information will get called automatically. When you call the supervisor, that all the 3 supervisors information will call automatically. When you call sales executive, in that case all the 5 sales executive information called automatically. And when you call the team leader, that all 10 team leaders information will get called automatically. See, in the above example, the array supervisor contains 3 objects. The name of supervisor, supervisor 1, supervisor 2. Like this, it will create like this, namely supervisor 0, 1, 2, because array will start from 0. It will start 0, 1 and 2. So see one programming example here. Hash include iostream.h, conio.h. As it is, you know, class data. Class is a class name, data is a class name. Class is a keyword, data is a class name. Then int roll number, maths, science. Roll number, maths, science are the 3 private data members. Roll number, maths, science are the 3 private data members. Public, AVG, get data, display. AVG, get data, display. For example means what? AVG means average. We are going to calculate the average. Void get data is for inputting the value. Void display is for displaying the output, whatever output is this. These 3 are called as a member functions. These 3 is called as a private member functions. Sorry, public member functions. Because I will define the public. We did not define private. Then also roll number, math, science is the private data members only, because private is a by default. You may be define it or may not be define it. That is stated as a private only. Okay. So roll number, math and science are called as a private data members only. AVG, get data, display. These 3 are the public member functions. Closing brace, semicolon. It means that your class is closure. Your class is closure. Then next, void data, scope resolution operator, get data. Void is a keyword. So return data specifier. Void is return data specifier. Data is a class name. Scope resolution operator. Get data member function of data class. Get data is a function of data class. Why use the scope resolution operator? To define the member functions. The question will ask you, why scope resolution operator is used? Scope resolution operator is used to define the members of the class. Then when this get data function is open, cout enter roll number, c in roll number. So you will input the roll number. Cout enter the maths marks, c in maths marks. You can input the maths marks. Cout enter science marks, c in science, means we will enter the science marks. Closing press. Then this function is closed. In this member function, we will discuss about inputting the three values. One is the roll number, math marks, science marks. We inputted three variables here. One is the roll number, math marks, science marks. Then int data scope resolution operator average. So again open this average function is open. Int a is equal to maths plus science divided by 2. Here we will get the average and we store it in the a. We will get the average and store it in the a. Then return a. So whatever the answer is there, that will be get return. Closing press. Cout display. Now you have to display the average. Cout opening press. Cout average is equal to avg function. Average is equal to avg function. The whatever the average is there, that average will be get displayed. Closing press. Void main. Now see, roll number, math, science. We will input three values and we will display the average. For how many students? If we are going to input only one student, we can create only one object. If you want input 100 students roll number, 100 students maths marks, 100 students science marks, and display 100 students average. So in that case, we have to use the array. When you will use the array, and more number of objects necessary to create, and more number of objects necessary to create, in that case, we have to use the arrays in a object. Then here void main opening press data. It is a class name. Stud array size 3. Stud is the object. Stud is the object. 3 is the array size. So you come to know in this program we are going to input 3 students information and we can display 3 students average. We can input 3 students information and display 3 students average. So for that CLR here means clear the screen, you know that one. Then whenever you will use the array, we have to write the for loop. Whenever you will using the array, we have to write the for loop. So for int I is equal to 0, I is less than 3, I plus plus. Then stud of I dot operator get data. Using dot operator we will call the member functions get data. So one more line, 2 more lines are missing here. After that one more is stud dot average, stud dot display. We are missing that both objects here. So this is a small mistakes here. I will rectify it. In notes I will give a correct one. Just see like that. Stud of I get data, stud of I average, stud of I display. Okay. So like that this program will be get displayed. It will use the 3 students information. It will use the 3 students information. So likewise we can use the arrays in objects. Whenever it is necessary to use more number of objects, in that case you can use the arrays. Okay. So this is about how to use the arrays in a object. Thank you.